Doku's good, isn't he? What a player. Guys, welcome back to another video, but I had winner in my head. Welcome back to another win and another video, fellow treble winners. Sorry that this is a little bit late. I was in London this morning on the Saturday social, and it took ages to get home, and finally got home, and I missed a little bit of the game in the second half, finally caught up with it and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I am here now chatting to you beautiful, wonderful, incredible Manchester City fans. Please do hit the like on this channel and subscribe as well. All the usual stuff. Do it right now. Help support a Blue. He's been watching City for absolutely ages. It's been a wonderful day. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose, oh City. You got me singing the blues. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win. I might just sing that all day. I might just sing that for half an hour. Anyway. How good is that, man? What a lovely day. City have just beat West Ham 3-1. United lost 3-1. 3-1 not for everyone. Lost at Old Trafford as well. And we're sat here looking very encouraging right now. I mean, the most important thing, of course, is it's that table right now, of course, as it stands there. 5 wins out of 5. Of course, a Super Cup sandwiched in there as well at some point. It's been an excellent start to the season. I think this is probably the best start to the season since his first season for Guardiola. It is probably, isn't it? I don't think we've won this many games in a row under Guardiola straight away. I might be wrong there, but I do remember we won like 10 in a row in his first season, which fell through, which we won't get onto. But this has been a wonderful start, and I'm absolutely buzzing for it. And it was built, of course, around that man, Jeremy Doku. I mean, let's talk about the context of this game before we go through this game in a little bit more detail. You know, I'll bring up the stats so we can see them on screen right now. There's the story of the game right there. But overall, this was a game that we could easily slipped up on today. When you saw that lineup today, and I'll show you the lineup right now, you're looking at the Manchester City side. It was full of creativity and full of energy, but it was also, you know, it was a little bit open compared to what we're used to. Of course, with no Kovacic, no John Stones, no Jack Grealish. We had a defensive Vardial back in the team. Diaz, Akanji, Walker, Edison in goal there as well. Then Bernardo Silva played a little bit deeper than usual, which I expected today, as you saw in my preview. I think I called this team, actually. I said I thought Ake might play. Other than that, I think I called it what it was. But then we had Foden out on the right, Alvarez there through the middle behind Haaland, as per usual, and Doku getting another start and another excellent performance. I thought it was going to be open. I thought it could be quite difficult. But it turned out that Manchester City, this side in particular, are chance-creating machines. We had 29 shots on goal with an XG of 3.13. Pretty much what we got. We scored, basically, with the XG. Total shots 29, big chances 8. I think Haaland had pretty much all of them, if we're being honest, unfortunately. He had an off day today. But overall, this could have been another 5-1, maybe 6-1 on another day. West Ham were, of course, a good side, and they had some good moments, and their goal was probably deserved. I think they deserved a goal in this game, because they did have some decent breakaways, but we deserved probably several, because honestly, we had the chances. And it was a performance, of course, built on just aggression from Manchester City's attackers in the end. Like, it's weird because there's a really good comment from Guy there, actually, about collapsing narratives, and I'm going to get onto all these individually anyway, but the Guy, I'm going to highlight that comment, because these are a lot of things that I was going to talk about. Guy there said that they're collapsing narratives. Alvarez can't play attacking midfield. Pep doesn't like direct wingers. We're looking shaky. All these things that aren't true. You know, it's never been true that Alvarez can't play that role. He obviously can. I said it in the 5 Things Learned video post Fulham, where people had to accept that. Like, Pep sees something there, and he obviously has the ability. Everyone was overreacting to a poor first half of football. That he's just a creation machine in terms of goals or assist. He just is pure output, Alvarez. And today he showed that yet again. And of course, Pep has always liked wingers. He's always liked wingers. It's always been nonsense that he's not into wingers. It's always been a whole load of nonsense. He's always liked wingers. He just likes wingers that know when to run and when to pass. And I think the early signs there that Doku has that to his game. Of course, let's talk about Jeremy Doku. I mean, I'll go over to his stats. Kufal is going to have nightmares for an awful long time from this man, because he was absolutely electric. There's his performance today, you know, an 8.6 rating there for the 21-year-old. Playing the left wing, of course. Yeah, he was good. 89 minutes played, goals 1, total shots 3. His goal was wonderful, of course, very Thierry Henry-esque. Got the ball, drove aggressively Kufal, and just put it in the bottom corner. Wonderful stuff. I only expected XG of a 0.08 from that as well, which is very impressive. 0.63 expected assists. Of course, he should have had a couple of assists, maybe at least. He was successful dribbles, only 3 out of 8. I mean, it looks higher than that, actually. But he was running constantly at them. And his pass accuracy was good as well, if I can find that somewhere. Where was it? 86%. So he knew when to pass, he knew when to dribble. And one assist in particular for Haaland was ridiculous. Haaland's shot cleared off the line. But he was absolutely everywhere, man. He was everywhere. And he was wonderful. Like, you can clearly see that Doku has this natural aggression to his game where he just beats people for fun. He's going to cause so much problems. And it's a really nice Guardiola quote from about him. Let's find the quote. Guardiola said it was unbelievable, an unbelievable game. He was a proper winger to have the ball and have the ability to go 1 versus 1. Not just that, he has the quality to read when to make the pass for the next player. I was very happy. It was a very good performance from Jeremy. And there was also a really nice quote about him here where he said, let me find it. I've scrolled too far down there. You see it there in the middle where he says, I'll be honest, I didn't expect to be at this level in his second game at Man City. Yeah, really, really impressive. Jeremy himself said I enjoyed it, lots of one-on-ones. The manager said to try and bring a lot of plays to me, and it worked. Create space, basically. Draw in those plays, and it did work. So I enjoyed the game versus Kufal. He said, Pep said the first game was a little shy, but not now. As he said, I was a little less shy today. He said he meant it a lot, his first goal, especially after their goal, because it came off me. Yeah, we'll get on to that in a second. I wanted to do something good, and I helped the team, which I'm glad about. I Googled Gritty today. I'm a 38-year-old white man lives in Ramsbottom. I was Googling Gritty. What is that? I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what it was, but I liked his dance. I liked your dance, Jeremy Doku. It was a good dance, and it looked cool because you're a cool man. As the kids would say, that boy has drip, you know? No idea, but I liked his celebration. I liked it, and it was cool. And I liked his performance. I'm not gonna get too upset about the goal. I saw some stupid, in my opinion, genuinely reactionary, stupid narratives going around about Doku when the goal went in. It was like they were like, "Oh, this is what happens when you play with a risky winger," as if he just decided to dribble from the left back and got cut out. No, he just took a bad touch. That was it. He took a bad touch. He looked away, he looked. He took his eye off the ball a bit too early, and the ball bounced off his foot. It wasn't like he did something stupid. It was just a bad touch. Like Rodri did it a couple of weeks ago, where Vardiel bailed him out with a bad touch, which created a big chance. It wasn't like he was being risky. It just happens. He probably could have burst a bit more of a gut to get back, but I don't think he really read how dangerous the situation was. I think it's a bad judgment there. He made a mistake, but it wasn't just his fault, I agree. I think Vardiel committed himself a bit too much as well. Just Walker maybe didn't track back quick enough on the opposite side. It wasn't, it was a bit like, it was a bit naff, that goal overall. And it was funny because I saw people almost trying to justify their opinions that this Doku's this crazy raw risk. And I was like, it was a bit much. I was like, he just made a mistake deep in his own half. Deep up the half of West Ham. Gave the ball away accidentally, Didn't matter, man. It didn't matter. Marcus Ninja with a super chat. My man, where has it gone? Says, never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose. Oh, City. You got me singing the blues. I love it. Absolutely love it, mate. Absolutely love it. I love it when United lose. And I love it when City win. By the way, did anyone catch me on the Saturday social this morning? They haven't put the video up yet, but they did a thing called Mastermind. The previous record was like 13. And you get 2 minutes to answer Manchester City questions. And I absolutely smashed it. I got 20 right. 20. Though I would say it's 21 because they didn't count Community Shields as major trophies. And I did, so I would have got that right. I smashed it. I did us proud. I absolutely smashed it, and I was dead proud of myself. So I had a great day. I've had a great day. It's been a wonderful day. I did miss a little bit of the game on the train because the signal was terrible, but had to be done. I had to get down to Sky and do that and represent City. It was good fun. So looking through the performance overall, Alvarez, Guardiola had some very, very positive comments to say about Alvarez. He said this. Where's it gone? He said Alvarez is now almost undroppable, which is a crazy comment. But that's where we're at right now. Alvarez, He is almost undroppable. There was this narrative going around, like last week before last when we played, where everyone was like, "Oh, he's not like he can't play as that in that role. He's not good enough there." I was like, it always felt once again a bit too like, well, why not? Like, just trust Pep on this. If Pep thinks he can play there, he probably can play there, and that's how I felt about it. I know it's a bit basic, but I just sort of believe it's probably true. And like the thing about Alvarez is just he's obviously such a wonderfully smart footballer. He's such a smart footballer, and he's just so involved in terms of 2 assists today. By the way, 2 assists today for Alvarez, which is obviously fantastic. 93% pass accuracy, 4 chances created. Hit the post, of course, with a wonderful free kick. He's just really involved. The man wins stuff. If Alvarez is in your team, you're going to win trophies. He's such an aggressive hustler. Of course, his general presence makes chances. He scores goals as well, as we know. That didn't score today, of course, but overall, Alvarez is just a perfect foil. And another day, he could have had maybe more assists. Like, Haaland had a weird game, man. Like, he scored 1, but he missed so many big chances. Like, his expected goals was 2.20 today for him. He should have had at least a brace. Look, it's weird because I didn't really... The Doku one, I sort of didn't massively mind because it came for a crowd of people at pace. And it just, like... He kind of connected a bit and he was going in, but the defender did well to get it back. It was the one from the Vardiol cross, which was really bad. And there was another one from Kyle Walker, which was really bad. Like, he should have had a hat-trick today, if we're being honest. It was like Haaland's in such a weird vein of form because I got into a sort of debate on Twitter where, like I said, but people were slagging off Haaland saying he just scores goals, and I know his form isn't great, but then I was like, he scored a hat-trick last week, which is obviously true, and I know he does that. I know he's got 7 in 5, but it's weird because he could have 10 in 5 quite easily. We all know that. Haaland's weird. He has a game where like he'll be terrible but score. Then he'll have a game like Fulham where he'll be brilliant and score every chance. It's like. It was weird where like he can be out of form and still score 7 in 5, but still have a great game every now. There's a lot of nuance there. So I deleted that tweet because I knew people would jump on it. But you know what I mean by that. It's like I think we forget that Haaland sometimes he's just young. He's 23 years old. He is like anyone. He'll go through moments where he doesn't have his best performance, but I'm not worried by that. Like he's obviously a quality player. His general presence causes so much trouble, and it's just one of those things where like he's got such high standards that he stands out when he has games like today. It's a weird one. Guys, please do hit the subscribe button, by the way. Let's get to 68,500 and please get the likes up as well. Only 59 likes and 300 people watching. Let's get to 100 likes minimum. Foden, he was okay today, Foden. I don't think he had his best game. Like, he wasn't terrible, I don't think. 6.7 there on FotMob. He just couldn't massively get involved. It happens. It was as one of those days, and my general thing is it doesn't matter. Not everyone has to be great all the time. I don't think it deserves. A massive over-analysis or anything like that. Everyone is entitled to a day where that doesn't quite work. Like let's not look for deeper reasons or anything like that. It's just I don't think he had his best game today, but it is what it is. It didn't matter because Bernardo was absolutely excellent. Bernardo played pretty much everywhere today. He started on the right wing, so he started as a double pivot. He started as a double pivot. He played as an 8. He played as a right winger. He was just everywhere. He got his assist. He got his goal as well. It's one of those things where, like, Bernardo Silva is just an absolute genius. He's one of the smartest footballers in the world, and that is what Bernardo Silva is capable of. Just brilliant. Brilliant. Everywhere, absolutely everywhere. 95% pass accuracy. Let me jump over to the stats there. 4 chances created, 95% pass accuracy, a goal and assist, which Haaland didn't nab, by the way. He could have nabbed the goal, but he didn't, which is good stuff there. I think he didn't nab it because he wasn't sure if he was onside or not. Tired today. One shot on target. He was just good, absolutely great. And of course, as well, we saw Vardiol had a good game. Diaz had a good game. Rodri had an excellent game, of course, as well as always. 5 shots, getting really far forward, actually. 4 chances created. 112 out of 115 passes. 97% accuracy. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. This man is a complete footballer. Rodri doesn't really do anything other than great. And let's talk about Ederson. The stats don't really favour goalkeepers on these things, but Ederson made some massive saves, absolutely massive saves. Just really, really impressive. Ederson, he stepped up, man. He's been brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. It was always nice as well. Someone mentioned it. Yeah, Guy mentioned it in the chat. We're seeing people get on, you know. Nunes came on as well for his debut. He didn't really have much to do, you know, to be honest. He had a few nice little simple passes. 23 minutes on the pitch. I'm just exhausted. I'm so sorry. Nothing to write home about, but, you know, it was good to see him on the pitch. Bob got on again. Bob had a nice little run, of course, as always. Rico got on, Sergio Gomez got on, and Nathan Ake got on for a few minutes as well. Overall, it's just another good day. Another good day, man. Another good day. And look at that Premier League table once again. We are where we want to be. The matches around the league today. Look, United there losing 3-1 to Brighton. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. A guy called Hannibal scoring for them. He's not even a real footballer. No, I know who he is, of course. It's hard not to recognise that name. Levels, though. Levels, man. Villa winning 3-1. Spurs, what a comeback for them, man. What a comeback for them. The night, like, look at that. Kulusevski and Richarlison that late on. Terrible for them. Liverpool, of course, 3-1 earlier on. The day of the 3-1 today, Fulham 1-0 as well. The only thing that matters to me is we are there. We are there. And I honestly can see us staying there for the rest of the season. Might not happen. Spurs, of course, looking great. Liverpool, Brighton all up there as well. Yeah, by the way, I know for a fact that City are really big on Ange. Big Ange, you know. They really are. They're massive on him. They like him a lot. But do not be surprised if Pep leaves, if City go big on going for Spurs, his manager there. Tottenham win the league, I think. Give over, Nico. City are going to win the league, obviously, mate. Except United. Yeah, where United? 12th. I've got to scroll down. Where's United? Oh, there they are. There they are. Down in 12th. Oh, look at United, though. They're not even in the top half, mate. Fulham, Palace, Brentford, Villa, West Ham, Forest. And then United. God, they are absolutely nothing. I love it. They think they're Chelsea. They do indeed, Naz. They're just such a poor team. Where's Chelsea? Chelsea are 14th currently. Newcastle there, currently 0-0 playing Brentford. 13th. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days when United lose. I hate United. I actually hate United with passion. Of course I do. United's goal difference. -4, is it? Yeah. City have scored 14, by the way. And we've not... The thing is, you look at this table, like... I don't think City have even got going. You look at the stats from today. We've not fully got on. And look at this, man. Like, 70% possession, basically. 29 shots. 93% pass accuracy across the team, you know. I hate the woodwork, of course, as well. Expected goals of 3.13. Yeah, it's just been really, really impressive. Like, we are... we're creating chances now as well. We're scoring goals. It's just one of those things where it's hard not to see the City side. It's hard to not see the City side get better. I think we'll get better. Liverpool can scare me. I don't know. I'm not scared about them because I don't think they're good defensively. I feel like Liverpool look chaotic. Like, Wolves should have been 2-0 up at half time in that game. They should have been. But it didn't happen. But, you know, I don't feel scared about them. I don't feel scared about Liverpool. They are good, but I still think City are better. I think they're better, you know. I think they're better. We will see. We'll see how it goes. Let me go over to SofaScore, who have the heat maps. Does SofaScore have the heat maps on it? SofaScore. Let me have a look at the heat maps for today. Where are we at? Let me go over to here. Let's have a look. I mean, the momentum there, by the way, is very much Man City, as you can see. It was clearly City. Let's go to the heat maps of the players. Alvarez, very central. Unmistakably central there. Kind of sort of drifting just behind Haaland. Foden was very much over on the right, but he played a lot of central, to be fair. It didn't really happen from today. It's funny how you see the stats that are different everywhere. SofaScore have Rodri down for an 8.9. Notably further forward, by the way, around the edge of the area there. Doku an 8.2, Bernardo Silva. I think there's a man of the match was for Rodri over on SofaScore. which is interesting. Kyle Walker, not quite as far up as usual, I think, today. I felt like he was a little bit deeper than usual. Josko Vardiel pushing up quite far on the pitch as well there, as you can see. Bernardo Silva, I mean, that heat map's all over the place because he played in such a bunch of positions. It was a good performance today. Guys, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I will, of course, do 5 things learned tomorrow and so on. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. You're all absolutely awesome. I had a wonderful day today. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm on cloud 9. Let's get the subscribers up. Let's get the likes up. For now, though, have a wonderful Saturday night. In a bit, bye-bye.